Hey guys, it's Ashley, Scrapbook Nerd, and I'm back today with a layout for the Iron Crafter Challenge. And it's where every month we have a mystery item, and then we use that to create our layout. And August's mystery item is frames. And so I decided to go with a harvest theme because I had these chipboard frames from Simple Stories. I think it's Cozy Days. And I had so many of them in this package and I haven't used them. So I thought I would just use them all or most of them on a layout. And so with that, I pulled in some American Crafts Farmstead Harvest as well as Cartabella Hello Autumn. And the Cartabella paper is the one with the pies here. And I'm just scrapbooking a picture of my husband and I on Thanksgiving. And again, it's just a selfie, but it was our Thanksgiving selfie. And so I thought that it would work perfect with these collections and kind of mix them together so I could use these Simple Stories frames. And so I started with the Cartabella paper in this pie. And on the back was orange plaid, and I always thought that I would probably, or no, this one had the leaves, and I always thought that I'd probably use that over the pies, but there was a frame you'll see and it says eat pie, and so I thought, well, I'll use this Cartabella paper and match it with that frame. And so I also pulled in all of the like scrap papers that I had from each of the collections as well, which is what this kind of green paper is. And when I printed my photo with my selfie, I just fit it to the size because I knew that it couldn't be a 4x6 because that little squirrel there covers up the bottom right of the photo. So I thought if I fit it to the size for the photo, then it's a little bit smaller of a photo, but then I could kind of fit it in between the spot on that frame where the squirrel and the acorn are. And then I just pulled in this yellow scrap paper that I have to back the photo, and then you'll see that, in the frame as well. But I think that it makes it look nice to have that picture kind of centered so it's not getting covered. Since it is a selfie, the squirrel would be covering like my husband's face if it was a full 4x6 photo. But the squirrel has nothing to do with Thanksgiving or the eating of pie, but I just thought it was cute. And like I said, I wanted to use these chipboard frames that I had. I believe I got these in a creative scrapbook kit a while ago. And they've just been sitting in my stash because, one, I don't have a lot of kind of fall Thanksgiving pictures as it doesn't really get fall here in Arizona. And then, so it was just kind of in there in my stash. And so this is why I really love the Iron Crafter Challenge and using it, because it makes us focus on one product and getting things out. And with that said, make sure you check the description box below. There's a playlist of everyone that is playing along with the Iron Crafter Challenge. And all of the information about it is below there. There's a Facebook page, so if you want to join, just follow us on the Facebook, and then we get to know what the mystery item for the next month at the end of the month you're in is. And so if you join us, then the end of August, you'll get told what the mystery item for September is. But anyways, you saw that I took these chipboard frames and I cut the ones that had like the two smaller photos. I cut those apart so I could kind of put the frames in different sections around the main frame here. The one that says like gather, I cut that blue piece off and it was kind of an awkward piece, so I just put it down at the bottom right and then used a little thankful tag to hide the fact that that frame was cut off. And so when I had it kind of laid there, and I liked how I had stuck the frames kind of in between each other, because they're chipboard frames, it made everything kind of not the same level. And so I took some foam and I put foam on the back of the photo so that would be flat on the layout. And then I just kind of built up sections of each of the frames, and I kept putting a piece of foam, and then I would turn it over and see kind of where it wasn't level, and then I would put another piece of foam. And so I just did that on the back of all of that, just to make it so that once it's down, every part of that kind of cluster with all the frames was the same level, and it wouldn't get ruined in the scrapbook. And so that helped, because like I said, they were chipboard frames, and stacking them made them kind of all in different levels. But I took my vintage photo distress ink, and I inked the edges of this little scrap paper here that I'm kind of putting my frame cluster on, as well as ink the edges of my 12 by 12. And I don't do that often. I always forget that to ink the edges of the actual 12 by 12 that goes in, is the main paper, and it goes in the page protector. But it still adds an element to the page, is having it even inked around the 12 by 12. So I'm like, I don't know why I don't do that more, because I ink everything. I love inking things. And so, like I said, I inked the 12 by 12 so that it kind of had that I don't know, I don't want to say line, but that kind of edge. There we go, edge to it. And now I'm just pulling in the ephemera from the Farmstead Harvest and the Hello Autumn, and filling up in around the frames here. I really liked that it said eat pie, and the other part of the frame had the pie. So, and I put it on the pie paper. So I just thought it was fun. And it doesn't say Happy Thanksgiving. I can't decide. I was like, should I put something about Thanksgiving? Because for this year, this is the only picture I took at Thanksgiving. And so I may have to go back and put something, or like when I journal, I might just put it in my little journal spot that it was Thanksgiving. But I really like how this turned out with all the frames, and kind of this like cluster of it doesn't really scream Thanksgiving, but it's got that fall feel, and so I really like it. And lastly, I had these little leaves, like I think they're like little picks, I think you would call them. And I just kind of stuck them around just to add a little bit more texture and interest to the 12 by 12. So I just put them around on this layout. But that's pretty much the layout. Like I said, make sure you check out the description box below for all of the information on the Iron Crafter Challenge, as well as visit the playlist, and everyone that joins in on the playlist, like and subscribe to their channels. I want to say thank you to everyone that has liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit those buttons below. And thanks everyone. I hope that you have a great day. Bye.